So the other thing that I think is interesting is which movies make the list. Because like the zombie ones are
Yeah.
gruesome, but I stayed away from those because it's just not, those aren't top tier Halloween for me. I do
Hmm.
have one on here though that I think is low tier Halloween, but it has a great kill. And we'll obviously get to that in a moment. Now, numero three for me, the original Halloween 2, has it's a little bit light when it comes to
Mm.
kills, but there are some good ones. And that includes Nurse Karen
Whoop.
Bailey. This is one that instantly comes to mind. She's fooling around in the hydrotherapy pool. Michael shows up and he cranks the heat up and just repeatedly dunks her head into the scalding hot water and he drowns her. I like this one because it's like a little mean spirited. It kind of feels like Michael is trolling her in a way because he sneaks up behind her and he touches her shoulder. She thinks it's her scuzzy boyfriend. And then just the idea, it leans into that kind of old school slasher rule. One, there's nudity, which we don't get a lot of nudity, I
Yeah.
feel like, in horror films of late, let alone the Halloween franchise. And then characters who have sex get killed. So we're
Hmm.
checking boxes. This one instantly came to mind. I always love Halloween too. I know it gets dumped on by a lot of people, including John Carpenter.
Oh,
But I still say this is like my favorite Halloween movie. It's not the best one, but it's the one I think it's the one that I always say I love the most, even though I know it's not perfect.
it's funny because we will talk about Halloween 2 later, and I'll
Mm.
tease that.
Now, my number two, I think there's a lot of really great kills to choose from in David Gordon Green's trilogy. And I'm going to go one that's unexpected in a way because it's never happened to the point where we knew that it was really over. And it's Laurie Strode killing Michael Myers
Mm.
in Halloween Ends. They duke it out in the kitchen. She pins him down on the counter, slices his wrist and his throat, and then takes his body through Haddonfield. Everyone goes to the junkyard and he's dumped in an industrial shredder. It's a good way to end the Laurie story. I like the idea of Haddonfield as a character, and
Hmm.
they're able to see that he really is dead, and whatever magic hold that he's had over the community can finally like end.
Yeah.
Whatever you think about Halloween Ends, I know a lot of people don't love it. I think that's super underrated. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that one a lot. And I like that this, we never got another Halloween movie. It's an interesting end because it really does go full circle. He ain't coming back from this.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was going to say that almost ranked in my top three, but I ended up bumping that out.
All right, so my number one, this is the bit of it's kind of the wild card because this is the low tier Halloween, in my opinion. It's the death of John Strode in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I rewatched this one the other day with my wife, and I kind of forgot about this one. But this is one of those examples of we're watching it and his death unfolds, and we audibly reacted because he's in the basement. Michael comes up behind him, sneaks up on him, pins him to the fuse box with a knife, and it electrocutes him. Okay, that's wild. This what sets this thing apart is not only does he get electrocuted, but his head literally blows up. Which is like hysterical and unexpected, and it might be the wildest thing in any of these movies outside of the stuff in Halloween 3, which isn't Michael related. But this also is fantastic because we mentioned sometimes it's fun to watch pieces of trash die. And John in this movie, he's a terrible father, he's a terrible husband. So having him die in this grotesque, hilarious way makes
Yeah.
it so much better.
Yeah, that's incredible because you also bring something else up that I also I thought about and I decided not to. But the kills, depending on which movie, it's the severity and also campiness of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
how over the top do you end up going with this? But that's a good one. It's funny because you just watched that
Yeah.
movie with your wife, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Because it's the halfway to Halloween. I'm like, I'm gonna watch some of these that I probably wouldn't take time out during spooky season to watch. And it had been 5 or 6 years since I had watched it. And it's not good by any stretch. I do kind of like that they sideline Michael, which is one thing I don't think is smart, but they also play into the idea that the evil goes beyond him. And I
Mm-hmm.
kind of see their train of thought and I kind of like it. Like, I think
Mm-hmm.
this is underrated in a way where it's like not a good movie, but they're trying something different, which we later see that David Gordon Green does. It's like whether or not you like it, that's fine. But they're going beyond Michael, and I kind of respect that.